Right. So we want now to get into a conversation with our Friday guest. And like I introduced him earlier, he's a great man, I think. And he has been selected to participate in the world's longest and toughest race. Are you excited, James?
Really excited.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Did trials, and you have like to submit your cycling data. That's the
Right.
history, like for the past 1 year. Then they go check on it. Then if you qualify as
Yes.
per the rules and regulation that they've set, then you're in for it.
All right.
So they're looking at the longest distance you do in a day, what races have you done previously, and all that.
And we'll talk. We'll get into the races shortly. But I just want us to know, where did this all start? Just an introduction to our viewers.
At first, I used to play rugby, and
That was like back in high school or uni?
yeah, back in high school and primary school, rugby, swimming, at times music, I was all rounded.
Yeah.
So at one day, I decided, my mom called me home and I had no fare. I only had a bike.
Okay.
And so I decided, okay, let me try riding from Rongai to Narok.
Wait, from Rongai to Narok?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had no experience, I hadn't like ridden before for that
For
long
that
distance.
such a distance.
Yeah, but
so you used to ride to short
no,
distance.
not
No,
at all.
completely.
Like I bought
nothing.
my bike like 3 days before.
Before that journey.
Yeah, because I bought it on Christmas. Then
Okay.
I was called home on 28th. Yeah.
So you started the journey in Rongai.
Yeah,
What time did you start that journey, and what time
3,
did you?
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
But I never got home on that day.
Okay.
It was on a Saturday. So my bike broke down somewhere in between. So I had to push it back home.
Right.
Then I met my
Back
uncle.
to Rongai.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
used to live with my uncle and auntie. So my uncle was like, mad at me. How can you, just decide to cycle to Narok? And is it that you don't have money or something? So he
Yes.
gave me some money.
Okay.
And instead of me going home, I used the money to repair the bike.
Okay.
So
And then you continued the journey.
No, I told my auntie that tomorrow I'll try wake up at 2 so that I can begin the journey early.
Okay.
So on Sunday I woke up a little bit earlier, so at 2, then I set off. And I got to Narok at around 4
Wow.
in the evening. I found my mom.
And I know she was worried about you, and that's such a long distance.
Yeah,
and
then-
that was the first time that you had a long distance ride.
Yeah.
And then after that, how did you then, progress into this?
I met several people, Ellie, I met Richard, I met Oliver. So these are the guys who saw something in me, especially Richard, some cyclist from the US. He just spotted me someplace in Narok riding and he just told me, okay, you're doing crazy speeds. I had my sister's bike up, but then I wasn't like, this
Yeah.
pro. And he took me home, he started coaching me, he took me to a race in Rwanda. Then after that, all became history.
So somebody spotted you and saw that you were good at cycling, and he said, I think you have something.
Yeah.
And from that, were you interested? Because you said that, you used to, play other games. Were you interested in that, or you were like, okay, let me just try this and see where it takes me?
Yeah, I was interested somehow. Remember that I did lots of sports before.
Yes.
And, there was this thing in me, like I already went through lots. Like I had, a history with lots of challenges,
Yes.
including being shot, losing my dad, and all that. So I felt like
Wait,
cycling.
being shot?
Yeah.
How, okay, I know we're digressing, but how did that happen?
Some thugs came at home,
Okay.
shot my dad. Then when I tried helping my dad, they also shot me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, pole sana.
Thank you. But
All right.
it's all gone. It made me stronger.
It
That's
made-
why I'm called the Lion, and that's why I'm the first African to get to the Red Bull.
And I
Trans-Siberian.
like that you took it and you used it positively.
Yeah, because actually,
Yeah.
if you ask me to define who James is, I can tell you James is a survivor and a winner.
And a
That's
winner. I like that attitude.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about that very, what can I say, tough ride to
Yeah,
India.
the longest and the toughest.
longest.
Oh, are you saying the
No,
21,000
the one in
kilometers I
India.
did?
You rode from Kenya to India.
To India, yeah.
So first of all, why that?
I was invited to a race in India, in Pune, some province in the northern part of India. And, previously I'd been disappointed. I had lots of invitations to go to races, but no funds. Because, cycling is an expensive sport. Like, the bike behind us is like, 300,000. So
Wow.
you have to do, purchase the bike, equipment and all that. So I tried, going around asking, people to support me. But unfortunately, people are not in that. I don't know how to put it, but some sort of ignorance, or maybe
Yeah.
the county
They
government.
didn't really understand. Okay,
Yeah. So after that, I realized, like, look, I'm like, I have 3 months to go. So what do I do? I can't sit and wait for the race to. So I decided to, I talked to my mom. She denied to give me permission, and I was like, okay, I'll go without letting you know.
Okay.
So I just told Richard, and he was like, I've seen you doing amazing things before.
Yes.
I can't stop you.
Yes.
And I remember telling him, the success whose time has come can be stopped.
It can't be stopped, yeah.
I took my bike and started riding. I only had a tent and a few sufurias, but along the way, I met people who gave me some money, who gave me biscuits. But, at times I felt like, I should turn around and go home, especially when I was in the middle, in between North Sudan and Egypt. That area is lots of crisis.
Yes, yes.
And so I felt like I'm putting my life at risk.
In danger.
Yeah, but I just thought of, why am I doing this actually? And it was for the race, and it's all.
So you decided to forge forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would ask, what challenges did you face on your way to India? Because I can imagine it's really tough. Some terrains, you don't know where you're going. If there are wild animals.
Yeah, like I got lost somewhere in between Israel and UAE. So I was headed towards Turkey, but somebody just spotted me in the car and asked me, "Hey, why are you riding? Where are you going?" And I hadn't bathed for days, and so immediately he started talking to me. He realized there's this smell coming from this guy, and so he was like, "Why?"
He's like, "Let me help you out."
Yeah,
with
so
that.
I told him I'm riding from Kenya and I'm headed to New Delhi. So he advised me, take this route, go through UAE, then you can go through Iran, then Iraq, then Pakistan, then New Delhi.
And that was, you said, 21,000.
21,000 plus kilometers.
Yeah, plus kilometers.
Yeah.
So did you ride back home?
No,
Okay.
I went. Immediately I got to the racing venue. I found the race already
Oh, the race had already taken place.
but I thank God because 500 meters away was another race. So I went there, I was thinking, and so I tried asking the organizers, he was called Anurag, can I
shower?
Take part? No, can I take part in the race?
Can I take part in
and he was
the
like,
race?
you haven't done the registration, you haven't paid the fees required for you to take part in the race. And I told him, look, dude, I know this is not even possible, but please just give me the chance. And he was like, but you're smelly. Are you a cyclist really? And I was like, I'm a cyclist. I rode all the way from Kenya to India to participate.
Did that impress them though?
The guy just told me, okay, I'm not even asking for anything. Just take part in the race. I won the race.
Oh, you won the race.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hadn't eaten. I hadn't. I was thinking, and so other riders were like, "This. How can you allow this guy to take part in the race?" But deep inside me, I was like, I was once short. I've undergone through lots in life, so I really have to do this.
And you won the race after all the difficulties.
The margin of about 20 minutes. So the guy gave me 1 lakh. That's about 100,000 Indian rupees, and plus the award from the race. And that's how I came back home.
That's how you came. That is so inspiring that you actually went there and you won the race.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So we'll take a break, but we're coming back. We'll continue with the conversation. I saw one Larry Asego asking, how you normally practice for the races. I think he wants to start, but then we'll talk about that later. And of course, we'll also be talking about that race that you'll be taking, the
Red Bull
toughest.
Trans-Siberian.
Yeah, the Red Bull
I'm the first
Trans-Siberian.
African and the first black person.
First African, first black person to take part.
Ever qualify for the race.
To qualify for it.
Yeah, there's no black person, there's no African who's ever made it to the race.
So proud of you.
Thank
and
you.
It's the longest and the toughest.
Yeah, and the longest. You're going to do 9,100 kilometers.
9,100 kilometers.
Yeah, in 24 days.
In 24 days.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking a lot about that once we come back from this short commercial break. You're here with us. I hope it's not past your bedtime.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so James and I are coming back shortly. Don't go away.
This is KTN News.